Which is better, a local cafe or a Starbucks? Well, being a fan of what I call sissy coffees, I have been in plenty of both Starbucks and local cafes, but my real leaning is towards a local cafe, and the reason for that is simple. I'm an entrepreneur. I love small business, and it's important for me to support small business owners. Now, my favorite coffee shops around the country have been a couple of them. Number one, I used to live in Pennsylvania. I had a friend that started a coffee shop in downtown Aliquippa called Uncommon Grounds. Great cup of coffee, had Wi-Fi, all the things that I would get at my local Starbucks, but also had a greater purpose. What I found in the coffee shop was that he was employing people who had been former drug addicts and alcoholics, who had been homeless, giving them job opportunities. And not only was the coffee shop a coffee shop, but it was a place where women were getting job training skills, getting counseling on how to get out of abusive relationships. Drug and alcohol counseling was going on. And so there was more to it than just a coffee shop. My second favorite cafe was a place called Coffee Waves, owned by a friend of mine who was a pastor named David Bendett. And one of the things I loved about Coffee Waves, number one, it had a great atmosphere. It was in Corpus Christi, Texas. Had the best coffee around. My favorite barista was Liz. I used to get the Liz special, a dirty chai. But then Liz went off to Portugal to teach English, and so I found myself in mourning. One of the baristas would actually draw a self-portrait of himself in the cream of your coffee. So not only did you have just great coffee, but you had a great atmosphere. It's where I conducted a lot of business, did a lot of business meetings and training sessions with some of my clients. So just a wonderful place to go. The other thing I loved about it was the comfort factor. Coffee Waves, by far the most comfortable cafe I've been in. They had large plush leather couches, large plush leather seats, had some wooden tables, had patio tables with umbrellas, just plenty of floor space, really spread out, a great place to meet. My third favorite local cafe is a place called Mead's Corner here in Wichita, Kansas, run by the Methodist Church. It's used to fund some of their urban ministries. Great coffee, great atmosphere, tables all around, a few couches and plush chairs as well. But again, one of the things you find with these local cafes is often there's a cause behind them. The other thing you find is a little more specialty. Starbucks is great. I always know I'm going to get a good cup of coffee at Starbucks, but it's cookie cutter. Whereas I go to a place like a Coffee Waves, a Uncommon Grounds, or a Mead's Corner, I know I'm going to get some specialties, things I won't find anywhere else. So when it comes to me, local cafe or Starbucks, I'll always choose a local cafe time and time again.